certainly was. So, for those of you, those of you who have joined us since the last game started, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. You are watching the StarCraft 2 Community Team League. We are in the playoffs, and this is round of 8. Is that correct? Round of 8 or
Round of
round
12.
Round of 12 still. So we're on the round of 12. We're moving into the round of 8 in the next week, and things are coming to a close. One of these teams is going to be gone tonight. They will be. This is going to be their last showing. The other one will move on further into the tournament, doing more and greater things. So we have lots of great more action for you tonight, as well as the weeks, or I guess 1.5 weeks now.
Yeah, the round of 8 is actually being played this week, and that will decide who goes on into the semifinals. And on that note, we will be having a special live broadcast. The games will be played live of the semifinals and finals on Sunday, September 22nd. We're going live at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time with a roundup of the season so far, so to speak, and we're going to be going live with those games starting around noon, so it should prove to be a fun day.
It definitely will be a fun and full day with plenty of games. If you are interested in checking out that action, definitely give a follow to StarCraft 2 Community Team League on Twitter. That is at SC2CTL. You can also follow at WingnutSC and at Galligation in order to find the details as they come up. We will be keeping you in the know, and even just following the channel, you'll be informed when we go live, so you will not miss out on any of that action.
Absolutely not. And I do have also do you want to tell them who our sponsors are here while I look something up real quick?
Sure thing. So if you
call an audible.
This league is sponsored by DOS Keyboards. DOS Keyboards has been incredibly great. They are putting up 5 keyboards to the winning team, who will be able to claim those prizes after fighting their way to the top. They are also going to be providing some sweet swag for some notable players within the league, and also some great giveaways during our live events. So big thanks and shout out to DOS Keyboard for sponsoring the tournament, for supporting leagues and tournaments in esports that are a little bit more local and not quite as big as some of the bigger ones. So definitely.
This is season 1 of a new league, so that's a big step for a company like that to come out and sponsor it. And we have been hitting up DOS Keyboard to let them know how much we appreciate that as well. So if you would do us a huge favor, and I just pasted a tweet in chat. If you'd go to your Twitter, all you got to do is copy and paste it in there, add a little heart or a special note of your own on the end, and let DOS Keyboard know that you're watching and that you appreciate them sponsoring SC2CTL.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate them, and we appreciate you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here.
Yep, and thank you for joining me too, Galligation. Just real quick here before we jump into Game 3, we've been doing this a while now, and it's I've really enjoyed getting into this with you, and it's been a pleasure to cast this league with you as well as other things, and it has been a joy. But with that, I think we are ready to move on into game number 3 between Game3 home taking home the last game to tie it up 1-1.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So this game is going to be on Akalon Waste. It is game number 3. We have an even score, and in the lower right-hand corner, it's going to be the Teal Zerg from StarCraft Ascension B team. His name is Snakehips.
And in the top left-handed corner, representing Team OD, playing a very aggressive mobile marine style, it is Game3 home.
It's just like someone lit a fuse under his butt last game. As soon as Kamker made that push, he's like, you know what? I'm going to go kill him. And from that point on, his aggression was literally nonstop and even moving into 2- and 3-prong attacks.
He really was, and that, I think that's what really was the greatest advantage that he had, was that he was able to hit multiple places at once, and Kamker wasn't able to defend multiple places at once, or at least didn't defend multiple places at once. I did, however, notice, switching gears a little bit here, that I do have a bio for Snakehips that I did not read, and so StarCraft Ascension's Snakehips, he is on their B team. He is the newest member to the B team, and apparently he is currently one of the top-ranked masters on the North American server. So, definitely a player not to be snooted at.
I'm not seeing a barracks out of Game3 home yet, and we're about to hit 14 supply, so my guess is we're going to have a command center first here. Either that or an awfully late barracks.
I'm guessing that you were correct with that command center. He does have, yep, and there it goes. So both players playing the macro game, going their respective bases before any aggressive buildings are made.
This is one of the coolest things I think that Terrans have started to do is the command center first at the ramp and then plopping a barracks down next to it because it's so safe. It really is, especially when Zerg does a expansion of their own. They can't get in here. You can produce a Marine still in a reasonable amount of time to stop any 1 or 2 Ling pushes or scouts. So it's a pretty cool opening, and you can get a lot of SCVs really fast.
You really can. I think that one of the things that this can be susceptible to is if there was an early Baneling bust, as you know, you are going to be a little bit behind and more macro focused, behind an army supply, that is. But it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing that out of Snakehips just yet. There is not really any evidence of that
This is an interesting placement on the spawning pool, though. It's right out at the front edge of the creep.
Begging to be sniped.
Right? At least it's a meaty target, maybe, if there was to be something else coming in. I'm not sure what the thought is behind that, but these are both Grandmaster players, so there must be a method to the madness.
Well, Snakehips is a master player.
Well, when I loaded the game, they both had Grandmaster banners. So.
Oh, well, maybe that has been updated since the time that we got this bio information.
There's an SCV moving across the map now. Game3 home deciding to do a little scouting. He does not have any vision of Snakehips yet, so he's not sure what's coming his way, but he will know soon enough. There's an Overlord coming into Game3 home's base, and he sees that command center lift up and move out to the natural. It's quite the tongue twister.
An SCV for Game3 home is now moving into the natural just in time for the Queen to get a snipe or a hit off on it. 2 Zerglings are going to come back and do a little bit of damage, so that SCV is going to book it back home, and as long as he doesn't make any turns, those SCVs can actually keep pace with Slowlings. It's when they turn that they lose the speed advantage, or speed equality, I guess. So
the Zerglings, I just was checking, Zerglings are 0.17 faster than an SCV. So there you have it.
Yep. So when the SCV turns, they catch up.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long it would take to. It's like going 1 mile an hour faster than a car going 70. It would take quite a while to catch that up. But third base coming down for Snakehips now.
And I think that that's a very calculated move based on what he's seeing out of his opponent's base. You know, just still, there's a third command center going down in the main. 2 Hellions are coming out. There is a reactor on that factory, so more will be produced as the one is going forward, just trying to get a scout off. But there is a Ling in a really neat location. Going to be able to scout that.
Yeah, it's like the tower that wanted to be there, so he's just going to hang out on the cliff and use his vision ring to act as a tower.
And why not?
But the Hellions are going to scout the third base, and if they move up the ramp, they're going to run into a couple queens, so won't get a lot done. But I'm guessing Game3 home is just going to want to do a little bit of space control with these Hellions, not let the creep of Snakehips get too out of control here.
Snakehips now ramping up his tech, as he does have 4 gas geysers fully loaded and 2 evolution chambers going down. So queens for the early defense. He does have, what, like 6 queens now?
Yeah, look at that creep spread there, Gallegation. He's got 5 active creep tumors with 2 queens making additional creep tumors out there. So he's going crazy on the creep as that third base finishes.
And that's, you know, really smart of him. These Hellions are going to try and clean some of this up, and sure enough, there's the scan. But there's so many queens here.
Yeah,
he have so many energy, he just doesn't even care. He's just going to say, hey, guess what? I'm going to pop this down right in front of you. I don't even care if you kill it.
Hey, you lose a couple creep tumors. What's the big deal when you got 8 of them?
Although he did get a little bit overambitious trying to chase down those Hellions, and they are going to make it all the way into the main, so he's going to be able to get some SCV kills and is going to be able to get a full scout off.
Wow, look at those drones. That's a nice little spread there, so he didn't get too much, but oh my goch, they're lining up, Gallagher.
Oh no, but there's a surround using the drones to get a surround, and ends up killing all of that, and all said is done, 14 workers were killed there. So that is going to be a little bit of a hit.
Yeah, if we look at the units tab, though, he does still have about 10 more workers than Game3 home does. So he was way ahead, and now he's only slightly ahead.
But where he has more workers, Game3 home has more tech. We do see mines coming out. We see 1-1 coming out for the ground units. Stim is finished. Starport going down. Armory going down. So lots and lots of tech is coming out, there's almost certainly going to be some aggression here pretty soon.
Yeah, he's got to be going for some kind of bio play because he's getting all the bio upgrades. Looks like he's got +1 armor coming down. He did have stim done already. Look at the upgrade tab. Stim is all that's done right now, but armor and attack coming down. Shields coming up as well, so going to be a big bio push, it looks like, with mines.
Yep, I think that, one of the big tip-offs that he's going bio is that he has so many barracks.
Yeah, but, we saw last game, Game3 Home did a little bit of a switch there, but definitely going for the big bio this time, and that's smart, I think, from what we've seen out of Zerg so far. I think most people generally agree that Mech is not so good against the Zerg buddies at the moment.
And now Snakehips is making a 4th base, because why not?
Yeah, these mines are really in awesome positions here, as there's 2 on the front and 2 even on this little lip here, so even if, I'm not sure the range on those, but they wouldn't quite catch anything going through that channel there, but look at these queens, man.
Yeah, these queens are working overtime.
So it looks like Snakehips is going to be going for the Spire as that comes down, getting +1/+1 for his ground, so it's going to be Ling Muta at the moment. I don't see and Baneling, centrifugal hooks coming down as well, so Ling, Baneling, and Muta. This has been super strong and super fun to see so far.
Yeah, the difficulty that these players can have as Zerg is against these mines. Marine Mine is so strong against Zerg right now, and it's hard to deal with these mines. If they're spread out properly, you can have a really tough day trying to take care of those without losing too many of your squishy units to them.
Yeah, and the Overseer's speed hasn't seemed to make a whole lot of difference to me so far from what I've seen.
It does make them a little bit faster so that they can keep up with, like, Mutalisks, but it's, you really have to be on top of them to make sure that they're not, if you're using them to scout with mutas, you don't keep them in the muta ball and therefore lose everything.
Yeah, look at this wall here, too. He's got a whole almost 16, looks like 13 supply depots in his front wall here. And it's taken out the rocks in the back, so he's pretty well defended at the moment. 8 Mutalisks in the way, Hive coming down as well. So what are we going to see out of the Hive? We haven't seen any Swarm Hosts lately. I hope we see eventual Swarm Hosts, but I'm not sure that'd be the best choice. That's just what I want to see.
Well, I think that actually would be a really good choice, as they do absorb mine hits really well, and they do great against infantry units. So that seems like a likely choice, especially when accompanied by all these queens with all this creep spread.
4 Banelings moving in. It's going to run into this line of Marines, but luckily he does see those and is able to take them out. Sorry to interrupt, but that was almost a big Baneling hit.
It definitely could have been, but Game3 Home was on top of it, stimmed, and was able to take them all out before much of anything got done there. So now there's going to be a slow push forward by Game3 Home. He's going to be clearing up this creep as he's got the scans available and just kind of leapfrogging these mines forward.
Big drop in the main of Snakehips. 2 medevacs full of Marines. Gonna take down the Hive. Oh my gosh, that Hive goes down.
And that is huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be big trouble for Snakehips. I think that's what he was really banking on there, but these medevacs are gonna get caught by the Mutalisks.
And that is going to clean up that drop, but in the meantime, Game3 Home is pushing his mine marine forward, leapfrogging those mines here and there and everywhere.
Wow, so now Snakehips has to start off from...
Oh no! So many mine hits on mutas. Oh! But that does take out most of the mine capability, and now the remainder of the Zergling, Baneling, and Observer go in.
Oh, huge mine hit there takes out so many Zerglings. Yeah, you can see that those Overseers do keep up, but those mines, man, there's 1 unfired mine there. I was surprised that didn't go off. Nice.
And that's good targeting there. Game3 Home is really on top of seeing where those changelings are to try and take care of them. And it looks like Snakehips is opting to just kind of try and cut off the supply line rather than attack straight into these mines. Just going to try and cut it off at the source.
I want to note for the record here, there are 4 burrowed Banelings on the right side there, as well as 4 on the map, so we're going to have to keep close eye on these. But looks like Game3 Home is just moving right up the gut into the natural of Snakehips. Gonna target down the... Oh, just as he's making a Hive at that one, too. Is he going to get another Hive snipe?
It looks like he's going to. There's the stem. The Baneling nest goes down. That's another big hit. And canceled the Hive, because sure enough, he is going to lose that, too. unless this gets cleaned up. Oh, he might regret doing that.
Oh my gosh, he did save that. Now he needs to get a couple queens on here and transfuse that because it's only got 83 health.
You do have to imagine, though, that should he... Oh, my goodness. If he had chosen to keep that hive going, that Game3 Home would have continued to target it to get it down. I think that because he saw the cancel, he got done what he wanted to get done. But more drops going in, and 2 Widow Mines in the mineral line here at the third base, which will be cleaned up here as soon as an Overseer gets there. There they are. Oh, but the mine's cooldown is down, and oh, more drones get killed. Now moving across the map, across the creep, scanning to kill some creep tumors, and just huge marine force. These marines do have 2/2 upgrades, but huge baneling morphs just get done, and mutalisks are moving around. So Snakehips trying to get the positioning, gets huge baneling hits there. And
keep
now
in mind, we still do have the burrowed banelings at the ramp and outside the third that haven't been used yet.
And he just really, I don't know that he's had the attention to see when big things are coming across the map. Game3 Home is really just resupplying across the map. His main army hasn't really gone home yet. And an Overseer gets picked off. And another one is maybe about to. There's mutalisks are falling in huge clumps.
Trying to even transfuse those mutalisks.
This is just huge losses here for Snakehips. He's having a really hard time. That hive is done. But there's the GG.
Yeah, Snakehips was under just huge aggression from all angles. I mean, that seems to be the strong point of Game3 Home. It's the same thing he did in game number 2. He just all of a sudden went into overdrive, and that's just where Snakehips was having such a hard time. Plus the fact that he couldn't get the tech out that he wanted. He tried to go for hive, what, 4 times?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely difficult to be in that situation. It does seem like Game3 Home was able to find the foothold that he wanted and really pushed it hard. You know, he didn't let up once he saw the opening that he wanted to see. And, you know, great mine positioning, really just... It's hard to make good trades against mines, man, when everything's fast-paced. If your Terran player is really on top of where those Marines are and stimming them at the right times, getting them forward to defend the mines, you can really take heavy losses trying to defend against that. So great play by both players.